Hi, my name is Greg Hayes. I'm a tower crane operator. I've been doing this for around 30 years. Well, the most important aspects of being a tower crane operator, you shouldn't be afraid of heights. Um, Having a good attitude and good safety attitude. The start of the day in the morning, I walk to my tower crane right there, and I check the bolts. You see the bolts in the bottom of the tower crane. They have to be inspected daily. So I will inspect the bolts, make sure the crane is safe to climb up, and then I climb up the ladder. Climb up the ladder to the very top, and I've got a cab I go into. I usually take off all these heavy clothes, and then I'll do an inspection of the crane. There's lots of things to check before I can actually even start the crane. And then once I start the crane, I'll do a tip test, a limit test with a block and check my limits. And then I'll communicate to Lawrence that I'm ready to go. I'm approximately 180 feet in the air. The cab is sitting 180 feet in the air, and the cab is very comfortable. You get a really good view of everything, and it's very safe up there. The typical job of a tower crane operator, when you look over the site, it's very busy. A lot of men, different trades doing different things, and you need to work with all the different trades in a safe manner and have good communication with everybody. One of the things that could go wrong operating a tower crane is you have to understand and communicate to your rigger how you want loads lifted. Because if a load is not lifted properly and secured, it could fall, therefore injuring or maybe killing somebody. So it's very important you have good communication and the loads are rigged properly. The process I used to lift that panel to put it into the core was as soon as my rigger communicated to me that the job we were going to be doing, I picked up the panel, made sure it was level when I stood it up, so it wasn't swinging around anywhere. It had to stand up straight, and then I hoisted it up to where the men could reach it. And as you saw, they had to turn it, so I had to keep it away from the core so it was safe enough for them to spin it. And then you bring it in, and then I took directions from Lawrence, my rigger, as to height on that. A lot of this has to do with depth perception, because he can't really tell you the height. He can finish the height, but you have to have depth perception to get it up in the air to where you're going. Well, weather is the one thing we can't control, obviously. This crane is shut down at, depending on, all cranes, it depends on the manufacturer, anywhere from, depending on the jib, anywhere from 15 miles an hour to 45 miles an hour. It depends on wind. Electrical storms, you have to shut down the crane because if the crane gets hit by lightning, it could kill somebody on the ground. Yes, once I climb up in the morning on the tower crane, I stay up there all day. Different operators do different things. Some guys want to climb down. I just stay up there all day. It's nice and warm in there, and yeah, you're always busy. You got lots of communication. Usually you have 2 radios you can talk to people, so you just stay up there all day. Well, usually you don't get any time. You just keep on working steady. It's such a busy site. Usually you don't get breaks, and you're just constantly going. So yeah, it's busy. Working outside with the men, it's a positive attitude, and we usually have a fun day.